that if you have a failed MOT, what are you not allowed to do, sir?
You're not allowed to drive it on the road. It doesn't mean you're not allowed to drive it on private property.
Oh, exactly so, sir. So the car failed on the 13th of October. Understood?
Yep.
Between the 13th of October failure and the next failure,
Yeah.
the 10th of January 2018,
Yeah.
where you understand it would be illegal to drive a vehicle without an MOT, the car has been driven 7,014 miles.
Yeah.
Now, sir, how is that possible?
From October to January, it was on private property, so that car could be driven as much as I wanted to drive it. If I wanted to drive that car, I'm allowed to, because I'm not on the road.
Just pause for a second. I feel like I've died and woken up on the Bill Gates estate. Were you visiting the Queen?
No.
Were you perhaps trying to drive her round on Balmoral?
No, it was on farmland.
Farmland?
Yeah.
How big was the farmland?
Very big.
Very, very big.
Very, very massive.
Very, very massive.
Yeah.
You're telling me that between these two failures, you managed to do 7,000 miles. Just so you know, it's the equivalent of Beijing to Moscow and back.
It's a good distance that I've done then, isn't it?
You crossed the Gobi Desert.
Well, if it proves anything, it proves that the car was good for 7,000 miles on the fact that it still failed an MOT.
You did get a legal MOT because you wanted to sell it and it needed it.
Yep.
But don't tell me that before that legal MOT arrived, you weren't driving it about a bit.
But if I did, it was only to garages and back, or for parts and back, but mainly that driving was on private land.
The Gobi Desert. Understood. Now, just for the avoidance of doubt, I do believe, and I don't believe this lightly, that he did spend some money, I think on welding especially, which is the reason that it fundamentally failed its MOT. And consequently, you did get a genuine MOT on the 11th of January 2018, correct?
Yeah.
Following on from that, you advertised the car. You went to look at it, correct?
Yes.
You've told me before that you don't know anything about cars and you didn't take anybody with you.
No.
So no doubt, when you arrived to see this car...
I took a...
Just pause for a second. Are you showing me your nails?
No, I'm just saying let him... Go on, let him speak.
Sorry, I took a friend with me...
Hang on a second.
All right, sorry.
I've been given permission.
No, sorry.
So you think we could be in a rally together?
No, let me rephrase it
Only we'd only
then.
do it on private land.
I'm sorry, let me rephrase it. Let him rectify the lie that he just told.
No.
Rectify a lie?
Well, he just said he didn't take no one with him. He's now about to tell you he did.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't take anybody who knows about cars with me. I took a friend with me. We went to have a look at the car. Mike was sitting in the passenger seat with the door open. Stupidly, I just bought the car. There's not a lot more I can say about it. I asked problems.
You asked for any problems. No doubt you took it for a test drive, correct?
No.
He's a private seller. It would be a very silly thing to do indeed, wouldn't it?
In hindsight.
It was a silly thing to do at the time.
It was a silly thing to do, which I wouldn't do again.
Excellent, thank you very much. You didn't take it for a test drive. You had a look around, had a feel, you saw the dent. What else did he say to you about the car?
It's a good runner. He's had it for 9 months, and it's done him well over 9 months. He's had a full MOT.
Did you say 9 months or not? Bearing in mind you'd only had it for 4.
No.
You don't accept that?
No.
9 months or 4?
9.
Now, did you say anything else about the vehicle in terms of noise, in terms of anything else that he should look out for before taking away a car for £450?
The door handle sometimes jams and you have to let yourself out from outside.
So, in other words, to get out, you might not be able to get out of the driver's door. You have to climb over the gearbox and get out of the passenger side. It's like an homage to the Dukes of Hazzard.
Put the window down, arm out, open sometimes.
Then what other representation did you make, sir?
I pointed out the fact of what it failed the MOT on and that I'd had the welding, and I pointed it out to show him.
Would you know what welding was?
No.
Are you interested in welding?
No.
Understood. What else?
But in the buying of a second-hand car, when that was the fail, you need to be interested in the welding.
Don't be stupid. Stay and watch the best Judge Rinder moments. And I'm talking. Understood? Don't be a moron. Subscribe to Judge Rinder YouTube channel. Right now. That's an order.